What's up, guys? We are back with part 7 of our Rome Total War campaign series. If you're new to the channel or if you're a returning viewer, there's plenty of content on this game. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video if you want to keep seeing more videos. Without anything else, let's get right back into it. Now, it's been a couple days, maybe a week or so, since I played on this campaign. So what I'm going to do is do a little overview of the Empire, where we're at right now, what we're planning on doing, and we'll go from there. So when the last video ended, I played a couple turns off screen because we had just gotten out of a couple battles where we had two armies that had really taken a lot of casualties, so it was going to take a couple turns to get those guys all healed up and recruited again. So didn't want to waste your guys' time watching doing all that, so I went ahead and I played a few turns off screen, and nothing really major happened in those couple turns, but just in case you were wondering, there was a couple diplomatic changes that happened in those couple turns. One of them being Pergamon negotiated a non-aggression pact with us. A trade agreement actually was dissolved with the Odrysian kingdom. They no longer have towns, it looks like, over in the Thracian area, so they can't trade with us anymore. And then the only real big change is the Helvetii actually offered peace, which actually is kind of nice because they have that one region left up in the north, and it's not something that I really want to make a move on yet. So if they want to negotiate peace, that's cool. They still have an army waiting right here, so I'll have to keep an eye on them. But the nice part about that deal was I was able to extort 1,300 gold from them. So took that gold right to use. And in a bunch of my armies, I actually recruited a bunch of Javi units. Specifically here at Medland, I recruited some Javis, and this one army that had taken the hit down in Brundisium after that civil war, I recruited a few Javi units. So let's get right into this turn, and we've got 4,300 gold to spend, so I'm thinking more on the construction front right now. I remember I wanted to get some industry going in Medland, so let's do that. Let's build a suburbia. We're good on food, so I'm going to wait to upgrade that farm until we see what else we can do. And actually, I believe towards the end of the last video, we researched the next level of agriculture, so that's why all these guys are able to upgrade now. But let's create a jeweler in this town. I love these jewelers because they give you the industry income, but they also give you the highest amount of industry income. So now we're good construction wise. Diplomatic, we're set. We're just at war with the Etruscan League now. The Massilians, they had a couple fleets sitting right by Genoa. They've actually retreated two of them back to their towns, so that's good. I know I was initially planning over the last 2 or so videos on eventually making a push out here, but I'm thinking now that I'm going to put that on hold. Politically, we're still in a really good spot. I believe we've got almost 40 we got about 40 loyalty from them, 35, and we've got 4 from them, so we're pretty set on the political front. We're set on the economic front. We're bringing in decent gold. We've got some extra gold to burn, actually, so maybe we will upgrade one of these farms. But let's check our provinces, see if any of these are importing food. Okay, so they're all exporting food. Raeta and Noricum. Alright, so they're good. They're the cheapest province we have, but I might wait to build anything out of these because we're set on the food right now, so I'd rather save the money a little bit. So honestly, I wasn't planning on doing this for a while, but I think the timing's starting to look nice. The Etruscans' biggest force has just kind of been chilling outside of Roma for a long time now. the garrison here is fairly weak, just a unit of Italian cav and 3 units of Italian spearmen. And then they've just got some like skirmishers and slinger shitty units. They've got an army of 6. And we've got 3 potential armies now that could make a move out on them. So what I think I'm going to do is leave these guys stationed. And we're going to try to pull these 2 guys and land on that closest little tip of the island here. I think that's where you have to land. But we're going to try to go make a push on Eulalia. So let's get these guys to the beach. We'll put them in double time. So that way they'll get there a little bit quicker. Let's put these guys in double time. Get them over there. And I'm half expecting at the end of this turn these guys to start pulling back, because usually that's what'll happen with the Etruscans. They'll pull their guys back to their settlement, and if they do that, we'll be fine. We'll just bring the 3rd army up and put them in a location where they could help reinforce one turn, and if I don't need them, I'll just go ahead and maintain the assault with these 2 guys. But if they pull back, that army Voltunma's faithful, we're probably going to need the 3rd army just to get that overwhelming odds in our favor. I would normally move this army down here to Genoa just to keep an eye on the Massilians, but I trust these Helvetii a little bit less. I initially was pulling the spy up here to scout out Coria, but they've got some decent strength, and if I declare war on them now, I'm going to get war with, I believe, the Helvetii as well, so really not going to do much help. So I'd rather just start knocking wars off of my list, and if we can defeat the Etruscan League, we can do whatever the hell we want. We have no present wars if we defeat these guys, so then we can really decide where we're going to go next. One of it could be attacking these 2 settlements. We could make this push into southern Gaul. We could try to conquer Sicily and sweep these guys down into Corrales and start that war with Carthage. Or we could make a push along the coast here. We'll decide more as we go, but for now, let's end the turn. Alright, so we're back with our next turn. We've got a decision to make here. The need for cavalry despite our undoubted military might. No shit. Some have drawn attention to the fact that our cav lacks strength in numbers. Let's just do this. It'll give us a recruitment discount on cav. I don't really have any buildings that are going to upgrade the cav, so it'd be a waste. So let's see if any of these guys could use some cav. They've got 2 units. Alright, let's put some cav here. They're full. Can't recruit cav there, but that's fine. These guys, let's give them a cav. And let's give these guys one more cav, because if I do decide to push Sicily and fight the Carthaginians, this army is going to be the first to face them, so I'm going to need a lot of cav with those guys. Alright, so these guys actually stayed put, which is awesome, so I can land my first force there. And what I'll do is push these guys here. Actually, let's put them back in double time. We'll put them within striking range, because then I'll just pull these guys up to the port and land them from the sea, so that way I can fight next turn instead of like waiting 2 or 3 turns. And we'll just land them outside of the town, so I'll still attack with the full army on land. Looks like we can research now. Kind of forget where we were at with the research, but looks like we're 14 turns out potentially if we want to make a sprint to get some catapults. I don't care about the dignitaries, but is there anything here that would give us... Okay, Let's do some technology, because these two would actually be nice to get. They're not too long to research, and they'll give us some extra tax money. So we'll do that with the research. These guys are recruiting. So now we got some money to blow on construction. Everything's just food production right now. Actually, let's upgrade that for 3,000, because that'll give us an extra 20% wealth from maritime commerce. So that'll give us an extra 48 gold in that town. And it might be for all regions, I don't know. But either way, that's at least an extra almost 50 gold per turn. Alright, so I don't think we can do much on the diplomacy front. So let's go ahead and end this turn here. We're going to have a political intrigue or something along those lines, so let's check that out. One of our family members has been apprehended outside the Senate. She attacked a senator who had spoken ill of her husband, stabbing him through the tongue with a hairpin. Well, good. That guy was talking shit. Fuck that guy. Shit. We should honestly punish her just to keep the other political parties, but I am not doing this easily. I'm glad that she fucking stabbed that guy through the tongue. He's talking shit. Alright, so let's get into our battle. We'll do the rest of the turn after the battle. So let's move these guys up here. So they'll be reinforcing now. And let's go ahead and attack. So we got overwhelming odds in our favor. We're going to fight the battle anyway, though. Some of this entertaining part of the game is the fighting. Don't want to make a video where I'm just sitting in the campaign map the whole time. Don't get me wrong, I love the campaigning. I love the strategy behind it. I love the fact that every turn you have to adapt. But nothing beats the fighting. And we've got, I think, just over 4,000 soldiers. So we're going to be going about 2-to-1 advantage on the numbers. And we're going to have some siege. So that'll be real nice. Hopefully they just push out of the town and we can let these do some work. Really crush some of their morale. And if everything goes as planned, we should have an extra town in our empire. The other nice thing about capturing this town will be that Etruscan army sitting outside of Rome will just take like a massive amount of attrition every turn. So eventually they will just like attack me, but it'll be like such a cut and dry fight, like nice and easy, because unless they do it like next turn or the turn after, they will have like nobody left to attack with. So let's take a quick look at this battle map. Okay, so these guys are going to deploy on this side, so we definitely want to keep our army on this side of the town. So let's line up. We'll keep the general in the back because I don't think we'll really need him. Let's line up our or our princeps here. Actually, I want them here in the open ground, just in case they push out. Just a little easier to fight in the open ground. Let's push our velites here. Let's line up our cav here. And we'll put our ballistas here. We'll put them on, I want flammable round. And we'll move that general here. And that's just our preliminary setup in case they do decide to push. We'll put our cav a little farther out here. And as soon as these guys... Alright, cool. So these guys are going to spawn right behind me. So we'll push them up here. We'll add these guys to our cav force. And we'll line them all up here. And let's get these guys deploying. You guys deploy. Come on, give me a place to deploy. Alright, we'll just bring them up here. I don't think we'll exactly need them, but it's just extra reinforcements in case. Let's see what kind of damage we're doing. Alright, so I guess that's all of the ships that are going to deploy. So they're all making their way over now, nice and easy. We're pulling up our extra land forces. So I'm not worried about wasting too many rounds right now with these guys, because we'll have a full extra set of ballista ammo. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to see if I can hit that ship. That'd be sick. Punch a hole in that ship. Alright. I'm going to have to lead them a lot more. Way short. Way short. Alright, let's see how that goes. I hope that hits. Nope. Oh well. Didn't hit the ships. I've definitely done it before where I just like punched a hole in a ship. And like just sunk the entire unit in one shot. Oh, so close, so close. Alright, don't know where that's going. If this was Attila Total War, that would have been a great shot. Alright, so these guys need to hurry up and get landed. Let's get these guys shooting there. Let's get these guys shooting there. These guys are going to move up here. And hopefully we're putting some good hits on their force. Oh, that rolled really well. Hope I got a few of them. I guess I didn't. Don't know how. I just saw a fireball like literally roll into their line. Oh, I guess I did get 3 of them, but still. Was hoping for a little more. And hell yeah, they're just pushing out now, and they're just about to get lit up. Holy shit. There we go. We'll just crush their morale by the time they get out here. Man, if these guys were a little bit farther ahead, I would be so tempted to just rush them with the cav real quick. Alright, I want shooting here. How far back are these guys? Alright, they can start shooting. Oh, they're about to get melted. Those Italian cav. Yeah, they're done. I don't even care that they're hitting the missiles, like... They're wavering already, that's okay.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, let's get some shots in on this fresh group coming in. Alright, they're shattered. So let's push these guys up to the next layer. Let's charge them. They're gonna break any second. Let's get the 2s pushed up and start putting some fire there. Alright, they're broken, so let's get all these guys up and going. Oh, there's a good shot. Alright, let's get this cav engaged. We'll get those guys going there, and let's get a quick cav charge on those guys there. We'll get these guys shooting a little farther back, just so I'm not hitting my guys with some friendly fire. And yeah, their missiles are completely exposed right now. All their other units are just engaged. So we'll wrap this up very, very quickly. I don't think they have too much left inside of the town. Alright, let's get these guys on those slingers. We'll send an extra, they're shattered. Alright, let's get a unit on those skirmishers. Alright, those spearmen are almost done. What do they have left back here? Noble Cav. Alright, I want to get my Javies shooting at that Cav. I want to do as much damage on him as I can before I engage him. Alright, so those guys are all broken. Let's get the Cav here out of the line of fire. Thought I told those guys to go shoot there. Alright, their Cav's pushing out. Let's charge them. Alright, I don't know how that unit of spearmen got behind me, but fuck it. We'll send my Triari up to go deal with that. Alright, let's get these guys to stop. Actually, let's just shoot there.
The men are wavering.
Who's wavering? Oh, it's just some Javies. That's okay. Alright. These fuckers should all be dead pretty soon. We've got their Cav completely surrounded. I don't think they should last too long.
Romans ready for duty. Pull back. Your orders. Ready and waiting.
Alright, I need to get my Javies regrouped. Let's pull them all back. Did not mean to do that. Oh, those guys regrouped. Alright, we gotta send a force out and go get rid of them. Go get them.
The enemy general is dead. Our general is under attack.
Alright, so their general is done. We'll wrap up the rest of those couple skirmisher units. Their Cavs should retreat any second now. Especially since their general's dead. I want those guys dead. I want these guys dead. Oh, they're shattered. They're shattered. There we go. Done. I don't think I took too many casualties either. Yeah, we lost 348 to their 1832. So honestly, really good result there. Could have been a little cleaner like always, but I'll take 348 to 1800 anytime. That's a 6-to-1 kill ratio right there. That's awesome. To this battle, as you can see, nice easy win there. Got 221 of the bastards captured, although it's not gonna matter because we just took their last town. So now these guys are gonna just slowly whittle away, or they're just gonna have to attack me. So the thing with this settlement is I don't really think I ever see people attack it, so I want to station my weaker army here. So what I'm gonna do is switch. I'm gonna merge my units and I'm gonna leave all those Hastati in the town. We'll leave only one siege. We'll leave some good missiles, but I'm gonna take some of those Princeps units as well. And alright, so that's a good enough garrison for that town. We've got plenty of missiles to make up for the lack of multiple strong infantry units. So that should really be able to hold the town against anybody else. So let's take our stronger units now and we'll move them back there to Genoa, and we'll continue our mainland campaign. So now that we've dealt with the Etruscan League, we can really now kind of take a look and see what we want to do next. I don't really want to go past this mountain range right now, because any town I take out here, I'm going to have 2 settlements exposed, so I'm going to have to keep an army in both of those at all times. So if I want to expand any farther, I'm going to A, have to start new wars, and B, use a third army as either an extra garrison while I send one of these 2 out. So I think that option's off the table. Could go take Coria, but kind of the same problem is where we're going to have to commit a lot of forces to go fight off these guys and deal with both those armies and the garrison. So I don't think that's the best move right now. I think we'd be committing too many resources right now towards that. Another option could be to go scout out the Nori here and kind of get a look at what they're holding on to. And a nice thing about capturing that would be I could no longer have to garrison Patavium. So I could take my force out of Genoa and send them over to Nerea if that settlement's weak enough. Or we could send a massive amount of troops and go try to take Massilia, but again, I think that would be a large commitment of resources at this time, and we would be leaving other places vulnerable. So I would consider that more than going north right now, but let's see what other options we have. We could send an army out here and kind of test the strength of Carthage. I think Syracuse would be nice and easy to take right now. These guys, I believe, have enough strength to go take that settlement. If they don't have an army here, we could really easily take Sicily, and these guys don't have too much, so we could easily recruit a couple mercenary units and maybe take these guys down to Corrales. So we got options. And there's always the option of moving in and taking this strip of land right here, and that would net us I think that's marble. It would be a marble producing settlement, so that would actually be pretty nice. But kind of the same problem we would have going up north. We would have to keep an army stationed in all 3 of these settlements, so we would be leaving our western borders open. So right now, I think Sicily is the move, and can just kind of capturing that last little bit of Italy. And we could always start that war with Carthage, take these 3 settlements, and just try to declare peace with them. That's always an option. So let's get a couple more spear units, because they're going to have a lot of cav. So I'm going to want something to deal with that cav. We'll get a ballista unit, and we'll do 2 more velite units, because they're going to have a lot of good units like hoplites and cav. So I'm going to want to be able to rain fire on their hoplites and pikemen, and I'm going to want to be able to use some spears on their cav and also some missiles. So let's end the turn here. Expecting this, I didn't think that they could actually attack from there, but I guess they do have that little beach strip there they could land on, so I actually ended up moving my army from Neapolis into Rome, because I don't want to lose Rome. Might be a little bit of a cheap move, but I'm not losing Rome to these fuckers. So call the move what you want to call it, but I call it logical gameplay. So let's finish off the last of the Etruscan League forces. I think they do have a small little navy floating around somewhere with about 20 guys. So, I mean, this is essentially the last end of the Etruscan League. The fact they had to recruit a couple mercenary units, like, this is their final assault. This will be the end of the Etruscans, and the end of this war. So let's knock out this last army of theirs and focus on Carthage. This should be a fairly quick battle. They're just gonna have some ladders because they're attacking with out actually besieging the settlement. So they really don't, out of the army they have, they only have a couple units they can actually send over the walls. So they'll send 4 units. They'll have 5 in reserve. The Javies will use up the last of their ammo. They'll send them over the walls, and they've got their general unit. But we're gonna make it rain on them with all of our Javies, and we should wrap this up pretty quick. Now, it is cool to see the city of Rome because very rarely you actually get to like see it in the battle screen. So it's cool. You got like the, what was it called? The Circus Maximus there. Probably got the Colosseum somewhere else. Let's look for it real quick. Alright, I don't see it, but it should be somewhere. Oh well. I'm not going to waste time looking for it. It's whatever. So yeah, but Rome's pretty cool. It's such a big city, and let's get stationed to fight these guys. So this is actually really nice. They're just attacking straight up. So we've got all of this area we can send missiles to. So let's put some missiles right over the gate. Alright, so those guys are there. We'll put some missiles here. We'll put some missiles here. Ladder-wise, I'm expecting them to put some ladders here. Maybe here. Or the same kind of thing on the other side. But just based on what where they're lined up at, I'm essentially guessing the ladders will mostly end up on that wall. So I'll leave that to the foot soldiers. We'll just line up all our princeps on this wall. They'll also make it rain on them. So I don't think this should take too long. And let's put a couple Hastati here, just in case. We'll keep the cav right here, just in case there's a chance we can sully out. So let's see who we got lined up. So the Triari, I'm going to keep right here in case I got to pull some troops there real quick. The Hastati, I'm just going to keep all my reserves here by the doorway. So that way, if we got to make a move real quick to go fortify a section of wall, we've got the troops stationed and ready to go. So these guys are all on the walls. Those guys are going to go wait here. The Rory we are not going to need. If it gets to that point, the battle is already lost. Alright, these guys are going to chill here. These guys are chilling there. Those guys are chilling there. Actually, no, that's not what we want. Leves are just going to chill there. We'll put some leves here in case they venture that way, but I don't think they will. And same thing. We'll put leves there. And let's take our... Alright, yeah, we don't have any extra velites, so we'll just put the leves here. Okay, so we're ready to go. Let's start this battle up, and let's finish off the rest of the Etruscan League.
I have no intention of letting... Every intention of making them pay for their insolence.
Hopefully nobody's shopping right now. They're fucked if they are. The one thing that's kind of funny, if you ever played Attila Total War, they'll actually spawn a couple civilians on the map, and the second the army comes up, you just see them start booking it. Sometimes they'll like pull out like a freaking pitchfork and try to take on like 160 people. It's pretty funny. I'm interested to see what they do with these ladders. These guys are like, I think they're lost. We were about to range so many missiles on them, and the thing is, we actually got guys in reserve too. So like, the second one unit runs out of ammo, I'm just gonna pull another one up.
At your service.
I think these guys on this wall are going to be the only ones that can actually reach. These guys will be able to at least hit, they're going to pull their cav up and try to shoot at that gate. So we'll be able to shoot them with that. Skip ahead a little bit. Then I'll hit play when we see the first volley. These guys should open fire soon enough. Looks like they're staying on that right edge, so they might, yeah, they're going to turn them. Alright, so that actually works out perfectly. If they put all their ladders on that wall, I don't have to worry about shifting guys around at all. I'll just let my princeps do the work. And just in case, let's pull 2 units over here. Make sure that tower stays ours, and they'll be right in position to come reinforce you. And if they really all just line up here, I'm going to move some of these guys out of the way and pull velites up there. So we've got our first volleys going. Looks like we're getting a little bit of damage on them. Not too much, but the ladder... Excuse me. The ladders are blocking a lot. And now that they're more exposed, they are really taking damage. This ladder just completely slacking. So... as soon as they're up over the walls, I'll be able to pull these guys and actually attack, so I'll free up some wall space and I'll pull some more missiles up. I mean, some Italian spearmen charging in on some princeps, like, that ain't going well. Alright, we'll use these guys to deal with this unit. And we'll use these guys to deal with that other unit. Oh, they're getting rained on. Alright, so just gotta be ready to click as soon as they get over the wall. These guys have only lost 1 man so far. They're gonna do work. Alright, so just gotta be ready to attack as soon as they get over. Imagine being the first guy over. That would suck so much. Like, you don't even gotta worry about, like, fighting well. It's like, you know you're just fucking dead. I would get wasted before doing that. Alright, so they're attacking. These guys are attacking. Let's pull these guys up. And let's see what that 4th ladder's doing. Okay, so they're gonna go right there. So let's get 1 more unit up there. Those guys are gonna rout soon enough. Alright, there we go. The Javies are starting to put some work in on these guys. As soon as they turn here, they're gonna get a lot of fire from the side.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Who used their ammo already? Not my missiles. Yeah, they haven't even made it over the wall yet. They lost 10 guys. So those guys are going to take a while to get up. Let's pull these guys up too, just in case. See who gets there first. I don't know where their calves going, but it's alright. These guys are just going to sit there and get fucking roasted by the towers. So that's fine. These guys are shaking already. These guys are steady. They're going to die quick enough. Let's deal with these guys. Alright, so they're going to pull up their reserves now, but we've got way more than enough good troops on the wall, so that should be fine. You can already see the pile of blue bodies on the wall. I haven't really taken any damage except with that initial unit that was doing the fighting, so that's good. Hey, they're knocking down my shit. Watch where you're going. I don't know what their calves are doing. They're just like walking. They're gonna walk right in range of these guys. They're about to get rained on. Yep, here we go. They're about to get torched. There we go. We're getting some. It's only the external couple people in that unit that can actually get some shots on, but now they're a little bit more in range. We can get some guys shooting.
General is under attack.
Alright, we'll get those guys engaged there. Alright, looks like we won that little battle. Alright, looks like they didn't want to use that one ladder. Oh, they're using it now. We'll pull those guys up just for shits and gigs. These guys are wavering, so they'll be ready to deal with that next wave.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah, when was it ever not? Oh my god, if those guys walk through the range of the levees, they are fucked. There's so many of them clumped up. Like, it'd be impossible to miss. Damn, so we've already taken out 50 cav just with those shitty Javi units. Oh man, that's gonna be some good damage. Walk a little closer, a little closer. And I'm hitting them from the side too. They're about to get melted. Let's pull these Hastati over, see if we can get some Javies from them firing on that cav. Alright, I want these Hastati helping over here. I want those guys helping. What the hell? My scroll got stuck. That was funny. Alright, so I want them helping over here. So it looks like we won all the other ladder battles. They're still sending a few guys over, but they're not going to last very long. They still have to send their noble infantry over. But I don't like those. Alright. Let's distract them real quick. Let's sully out with some cav. Put a herding on those Javi units real quick. And these guys are just going to keep walking, so that's fine. So I don't have to worry about their cav turning around just yet. The only thing I got to look for is this infantry, but it looks like the infantry is just... Okay, they're turning. Alright. I don't want to engage them, so pull back. Alright, those guys are wavering. Alright, so that's cool. They're turning around actually to go back to the ladders. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want. Alright, their calves coming. So let's retreat back in. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Let's pull them close to the wall now. Get them in range of all my skirmisher units. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. But they're actually hitting their own guys too. No, you. Go back in. Go back in. Don't fight. I want to let my jabbies do the work. We just sucked all their cav right in front of the gate. I don't care if I lose a few. Oh my god, they're about to get shredded with jabbies. Alright, so the battle on the wall is actually very tame now. Let's put some work in on this noble infantry. Oh my god, the amount of javelins raining from this wall. We just melted their
We
cav.
have captured a tower.
Their cav just melted.
General!
What are they doing? Get into town. They need to get into town. Damn, these guys are gonna get absolutely worked. Holy shit, it is raining on them. God, that would suck. I would just say fuck it and go like ditch.
Principes! Advance!
Alright, so those last spearmen and those noble infantry are just completely surrounded, so it's going to take a little time to work them down. Javelins are putting work in on this cav, so as soon as these cav are kind of out of it, they've got like alright numbers left back there, but okay, these guys, surprised they're still steady. I thought they'd be dead. Alright, so alright, good, we've got some missiles able to reach these guys. I just don't want them to have too many missiles firing on my troops on the wall, because I just don't want to lose too many guys. Alright, so they must be out of ammo now, because they're climbing up. So that's actually even better. So now it's just a bunch of cheap cav units waiting outside for them. The last of the fighting is just going to be here on the walls, and if it really comes to it, I'll just send some guys out, go deal with that cav real quick.
Proud Romans all!
And actually, here's what we're going to do. Let's send these guys here.
Service to Rome!
We'll send a unit out, and I'll see if I can bait their cav back to the walls. Go. What the hell? Go back, dumbasses.
But forward!
Go back.
As you command!
There we go. We'll just lead them right to the slaughter. I don't care. I just messed up and lost like 20 horses. I just want their cav in range so I can end them. I think I just shot like 10 of my own cav right there. But I don't care. God, it's like the lottery just standing down there. It's like, which spear is going to hit you? Alright, so they're shattering. Do they have any... Oh, cool. Must have won the battle on the wall then. Damn, 342 to 2,084. That is awesome. This Princep unit put in some work. 424 kills. They killed 1 out of every 5 of the Etruscans that died. That's awesome. Great battle. And I think we're gonna, because the Etruscans are essentially totally defeated now, I think we're gonna end this episode here, and be sure to check out part 8 of this campaign, and we're gonna start our foray into Sicily and start our war with Carthage, which should be a great war. Gonna be a lot of battles, a lot of territory to conquer. It's gonna be great. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and most importantly, leave a comment. Tell me if you liked it, tell me if you didn't, tell me what I can do better, and tell me what you would like to see out of the channel. I'm always open to suggestions and constructive criticism.